Yeah, it's only me. It's only me.
Adam Sandler is a famous actor, comedian, screenwriter, producer, and musician. Today, we're going to tell you how the Golden Raspberry Award record holder made it to the top of the Forbes list and earned a reputation as one of the nicest guys in Hollywood. How Adam Sandler lives and how much he earns. Adam Richard Sandler was born in Brooklyn, New York on September 9, 1966. Both of his parents were descendants of Jewish immigrants from the Russian Empire. The father of the future actor Stanley worked as an electrical engineer, and his mother, Judith, was an elementary school teacher. Adam was the youngest of 4 children. When he was 5 years old, his family moved to Manchester, New Hampshire, where he spent his childhood. At school, the future actor earned a reputation as the class clown. In his interviews, Sandler admitted that he started joking because of the hot-tempered nature of his father. This was the way for the boy to de-escalate heated situations. As a teenager, the future actor was a member of a large Jewish youth organization, BBYO, and did not forget his roots. In fact, he speaks Hebrew fluently. As the actor recalls, his older brother pushed him to show business, persuading him to try his hand at stand-up. After graduating from high school, Adam took a course at the Lee Strasberg Theater and Film Institute in New York, and then entered the famous Tisch School of the Arts at New York University, from which he graduated in 1991 with a bachelor's degree. Adam began acting before graduation. The actor first appeared on the screen in The Cosby Show in 1987. He played a small role in 4 episodes of season 4. At the same time, Adam kept earning a living by performing in comedy clubs. At one of his performances, he attracted the attention of the famous comedian Dennis Miller, who recommended the young actor to the producers of the show Saturday Night Live. This is how he began working full-time on television, first as a screenwriter and then as a performing actor. He often appeared in sketches and also performed songs he composed. In this project, the actor worked until 1995 and found his first success. In 1989, Adam made his film debut in the comedy Going Overboard, where in fact he played himself, a young stand-up comedian. The film, with a budget of $800,000, did not receive a positive response from the audience, and critics described the work of the actors as incompetent and untalented. Then, Adam returned to television, starring in an episode of ABC's educational show After School Special and the series about the life of an aspiring journalist, The Marshall Chronicles. After that, he appeared in a movie about police officers who fight criminals reincarnated as dogs called The Dog Police, and in the independent film Shakes the Clown. Adam could also be seen in one of the episodes of The Larry Sanders Show. In 1993, Adam and his colleagues from Saturday Night Live starred in the movie Coneheads. In 1994, the musical comedy Airheads was released about unsuccessful rock musicians, where Sandler played one of the 3 leading roles along with Steve Buscemi and Brendan Fraser. Critics have again expressed their negative opinion about the actor's work, but the movie has gained loyal fans. Then, after a small role in the movie Mixed Nuts, where Sandler co-starred with the famous comedian Steve Martin, Adam moved on to the project which became a turning point in his career, the comedy film Billy Madison.
Did you hear that? This girl wants to make out with me in the middle of class? You got Chlorophyll Man up there talking about God knows what. All she's talking about is making out with me. I'm here to learn, everybody, not to make out with you. Go on with the chlorophyll.
This time, using his experience as a screenwriter of television shows, he wrote the script himself and played the main role, taking it very seriously. Sometimes, he even went too far. For example, in the dodgeball scene, Adam got so upset that he began throwing balls at children with all his might. The kids were crying for real from the blows too. For his work, Sandler received a nomination for the MTV Award for Best Comedic Performance and a fee of $1.7 million. In the wake of his success, Adam decided to write the script for his next film himself again. It was the sports comedy Happy Gilmore, for which the actor received the MTV Movie Award for Best Fight. But the next movie, Bulletproof, brought him a nomination for the Golden Raspberry and, as a consolation, a fee of $2.5 million. This nomination was the first in a long chain of Adam's anti-awards. The second time he was nominated for the Golden Raspberry for his next role in the 1998 film The Waterboy. He didn't get the anti-award then, but received an MTV statuette for Best Comedic Performance. By the way, in this film, Adam not only played the main character and wrote the script, but also acted as a producer for the first time. Then, the actor had another commercial success, the romantic comedy The Wedding Singer.
I'm paying you to hear your thoughts on life. I'm paying you to sing.
Well, I have a microphone, and you don't.
So you will listen to every damn word I have to say!
The film turned out to be incredibly popular and brought in more than $123 million at the box office, ranking second in revenue in the first week of the box office, second only to Titanic. For this role, Sandler received an impressive fee of $5.5 million and an MTV Movie Award for Best Kiss. Then, the actor kept getting more and more popular. His comedy, Big Daddy, about a man who suddenly becomes a guardian of a child, brought him a fee of $8 million and became a real hit.
I'm not a real dad, and the guy's out of his mind. He's been telling me what to do my whole life. He never lets me figure stuff out on my own. A lot of dads are like that. That's why so many people grow up nuts. Look at this guy over here. He's probably a nice little boy just like you. Then his dad messed his mind up.
Critics at the same time noted dissonance between the crude humor and the sentimental plot. This contradiction was reflected in the reviews of Sandler's performance. His comedy role was simultaneously recognized as both the best and worst, according to MTV and the Golden Raspberry, respectively. By the way, Adam invented and created the action figure of Diver Steve for the film himself, based on the memories of his childhood toy, Diver Dan. But the main reward for this film for Adams was the acquaintance with the model and aspiring actress Jackie Titone, who was approved for the modest role of a waitress. Later, the spark that arose on the set will lead to a wedding, and Jackie, raised as a Christian, will even convert to Adam's religion, Judaism. A magnificent wedding in Jewish tradition took place on the ocean coast in Malibu. Adam's favorite bulldog, Meatball, brought the engagement rings to the newlyweds. Since then, nothing scandalous or spicy about the actor's personal life has ever been leaked to the media. The couple are still together and have two daughters, Sadie, born in May 2006, and Sunny, born on November 2, 2008. But let's get back to 1999. This year, Adam Sandler founded his own production company, Happy Madison Productions. In its name, he superstitiously combined the titles of his first two successful films, Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison. From that moment on, Happy Madison produced almost all the films starring Sandler. The company's trick is that most of the employees are friends and like-minded people. They socialize as families and invite each other into their projects. The first film released by the new company was the comedy Deuce Bigalow, Male Gigolo, where you can hear Sandler's voice, but he was not even listed in the credits. Then they released the movie Little Nicky about the devil's beloved son who decides to take the side of good.
You were gone 10 seconds. What happened?
I got hit by this big light that was attached to a lot of metal.
That's a train, son.
Although the film failed to return its massive $85 million budget, it was a success in a peculiar way, garnering almost all of the major Golden Raspberry nominations: Worst Picture, Worst Actor, Worst Supporting Actress, Worst Director, and Worst Screenplay. However, this did not prevent Adam from earning a fee of $20 million. The next works of the celebrity were the comedy The Animal, about the owner of a pet store, and the animated film 8 Crazy Nights, where Adam's character tries to overcome his problems in relationships with women. The appearance of the protagonist of the movie was copied from a photograph of the actor when he was 19. And even this animated version of Sandler was nominated for Raspberry again. The next film, called Punch Drunk Love, occupies a special place in Adam's career.
If you were to spend $3,000, that would get you 1 million frequent flyer miles. You would never have to pay for a ticket the rest of your life.
So you bought all that pudding so that you could get frequent flyer
I
miles?
know, yes.
Director Paul Thomas Anderson wrote the script considering the participation of Sandler and Emily Watson, and it was a success. For the main role in the film, the actor was nominated for a Golden Globe Award. Other nice bonuses included an MTV Movie Award nomination for Best Kiss and a fee of $7 million. For the next movie, Mr. Deeds, Adam received $20 million. There were some incidents on the set. During the filming of the fight, Sandler lost his temper and hit his partner, Alan Covert, so hard that he fell to the ground, hit his head on the pavement, and lost consciousness for a minute. In the comedy Anger Management in 2003, Adam starred with Jack Nicholson and received a fee of $25 million. By the way, in one of the scenes, Sandler's character appears in a t-shirt with the symbols of the school he really went to. Notably, several copies of this film were sent to military bases in Iraq, and Sandler accompanied them with an introduction thanking the soldiers for their service. In the next movie, 50 First Dates, Adam met his favorite screen partner, Drew Barrymore. This collaboration brought an MTV Movie Award for Best On-Screen Duo and $25 million to Sandler personally.
I may not be as limber as I once was, but yeah, I make up for it with enthusiasm and willingness to experiment, huh?
I don't know if you realize I'm not into guys.
Then, to star in the film Spanglish, the actor refused a role in Michael Mann's film Collateral, and for the comedy The Longest Yard, he was nominated for an MTV Movie Award for Best Comedic Performance. He received the same nomination for the following movie, Click. In his next project, Sandler played an unexpected role. He initially refused the offer to play in the drama Reign Over Me in 2007, although he liked the character very much. But about a month later, the actor reread the script and agreed to shoot. In the same year, Adam returned to his usual comedic role in the movie I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry, and as usual, won a Golden Raspberry Award for Worst Actor. For his next comedy, You Don't Mess with the Zohan, Sandler worked hard with a trainer to sculpt six-pack abs. Although the filmmakers offered him to use CGI, the actor refused and decided to show real muscles on the screen.
What are you, bionic?
No. I only like the girls. Thanks anyways.
The 2008 film Bedtime Stories turned out to be somewhat family-friendly. The little girl who picks up the hat of Sandler's character in the medieval fragment is the actor's daughter Sadie, and her mother was played by Adam's wife Jackie. Even the bulldog appearing in one of the scenes of the film is another pet of the Sandler family named Matzo Ball. It was a gift from his wife when Meatball passed away at the age of 4. But the next comedy drama, Funny People, can hardly be called family-friendly. The actor repeatedly stated in interviews that he was embarrassed by the dirty jokes made in the film, in particular jokes about women, since his daughters can watch this film. Since 2010, Sandler has produced only commercially profitable films. For his role in Grown Ups, he received a fee of $25 million. Jack and Jill brought him $20 million and a total of 10 Golden Raspberry Anti Awards, 3 of which went to Adam personally. The fantasy comedy Zookeeper added $2 million to the actor's wallet, and the comedy Just Go With It brought him $25 million.
Look at that. I don't wear that. What am I doing? I have clothes, by the way. I do not need to do any of this.
The best clothes
fine.
that Old Navy sells. I'm just saying you gotta look like a plastic surgeon's wife. I want to create the illusion I had a hot first wife.
You're so...
Not
you know
this.
What? Okay, come on. Let's go. You asked for it. I'm ready.
After that, the actor voiced the cartoon Hotel Transylvania and earned several Golden Raspberry nominations for the film That's My Boy. He even won the award for Worst Actor. By the way, critics call this movie a 114-minute Budweiser commercial. A large part of the movie, Sandler's character wears a t-shirt of this brand of beer, and in the trailer alone, there are more than a dozen shots of the beverage. The film Grown Ups 2 became the first sequel in Sandler's career and again brought him 2 Anti-Award nominations.
You mean you don't want me to hit you with this?
To the elbow, please! Or the elbow! Finger in the eye!
Listen to this guy.
The actor admitted that the creation of the first Grown Ups was more like a friendly get-together than shooting. The actors and their families had one of the best summer months of their lives with barbecues, sports, and walks. They wanted to experience it again, so they agreed to work on the sequel. In 2014, the film Blended was released, where Sandler plays a single father who, together with his daughter, goes on vacation to Africa and meets Drew Barrymore's character and her children. This, by the way, brought him another nomination for Raspberry. So did the work in The Cobbler, about a shoemaker in New York City who discovers that he can transform into any person by putting on their shoes. Funnily enough, Sandler means shoemaker in Yiddish. In the same year, the actor appeared in an episode of the TV series Brooklyn Nine-Nine, the comedy Top 5, and the comedy drama Men, Women, and Children. In the latter, Adam plays a father who tries to keep his family together despite the fact that they live in the age of digital technology and communication via the internet. In the next film, Pixels, Sandler paid tribute to his college roommate Eric Lamonsoff and named one of the characters after him. The surname Lamonsoff often appears in the works of the actor. The 2015 film The Ridiculous Six is the first Western in Adam's career. It became the first film produced by Sandler for the Netflix service. The contract with this streaming service for 4 projects brought the actor $250 million. In the same year, Adam's friends and relatives, including his daughters, 9-year-old Sadie and 6-year-old Sonny, participated in the voice acting of the cartoon Hotel Transylvania 2. In the film The Do-Over, also released on Netflix, Adam plays the role of an FBI agent, and his real-life daughters appeared as his on-screen children again. Sandler's wife Jackie and nephew Jared also play in the movie, and the nameplates at homecoming show the real name of the school Adam went to as a kid in Manchester. During the same period, Adam can be seen in episodes of the TV series Real Rob and the talk show Chelsea. In 2017, 20 years after Happy Gilmore, there was another Ben Stiller and Adam Sandler collaboration. The film The Merowitz Stories, new and selected.
I say no.
Everyone in the family will be consulted before we sell any.
It's a Meyerowitz tradition, this house.
Well, I guess I wouldn't know about that.
This picture was nominated for the Palme d'Or Award and won the Palme Dog Award at the Cannes Film Festival, receiving a 4-minute standing ovation. After that, Adam kept making films intertwined with his real life and released the film Sandy Wexler, based on the story of his manager, Sandy Wernick. The roles of little girls were again performed by the actor's daughters. Next, Sandler voiced the animated film Puppy and Hotel Transylvania 3 Summer Vacation. His next projects with Netflix were The Week Of and Murder Mystery. The latter brought the actor a fee of $20 million.
That's my wife talking to that handsome guy over there with the one chin. So I'm gonna go break that shit up, possibly grab myself a beer, maybe you a Xanax.
Another attempt to try his hand at an unfamiliar genre was Sandler's work on the thriller Uncut Gems. Adam's wife read the script and convinced him to accept the role. To transform into his character, the actor put on false teeth and glued a mole on his right cheek. The result was another Golden Raspberry nomination, this time a positive Razzie Redeemer Award. Another 3 anti-award nominations were earned by the actor's next film, Hubie Halloween. In 2022, the premiere of the sports movie Hustle took place, for the role in which the actor received a rare in his career positive nomination, a Screen Actors Guild Award for Outstanding Performance.
When you walk on that court, you have to think I am the best guy out there. I don't care if LeBron's playing. So let me ask you again. Do you love this game?
On March 31st this year, the action comedy Murder Mystery 2 was released on Netflix. In it, Sandler co-starred with Jennifer Aniston. Fans are also looking forward to Adam's further announced works, the sci-fi drama Spaceman and the animated musical Leo. It is also reported that the production of the comedy You Are So Not Invited to My Bar Mitzvah is completed, and preparations are underway to shoot a joint project with the Safdie brothers. In 2020, Sandler managed to take 9th place in the annual ranking of the highest paid actors according to Forbes. At that time, his net worth was a whopping $420 million. The actor wisely enters into contracts, receiving a percentage of the fees. For example, for anger management, Sandler received an advance of $25 million, as well as 25% of the gross of the film, which added $37.5 million to his fee. Now his fortune, according to various estimates, ranges from $440 to $480 million. Of course, Sandler's income also comes from additional sources, such as, for example, the 1990 MasterCard ad. Adam has also released 5 music albums. The songs sound more like comedy sketches of different genres, but 2 records have received platinum status and 2 others were awarded gold. Adam Sandler's garage has a Dodge Challenger and a roomy Cadillac Escalade hybrid. It is also reported that the actor owns the most exclusive and expensive golf cart in the world, made by the Penwick brand. As for Sandler's real estate portfolio, it is estimated at $50 to $60 million. He has purchased houses on both the east and west coasts of the United States, including Los Angeles, Malibu, Boca Raton, and New Hampshire. Adam currently lives in Los Angeles. He bought this house in 2004 for $12 to $13 million. The mansion, with an area of almost 13,000 square feet, previously belonged to Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn. The property includes an outdoor swimming pool and a spacious terrace. The actor also bought a neighboring house with an area of about 4,000 square feet, and the total cost of the two objects is estimated at $28 million. In 2001, the Sandler family bought a house in Malibu for $3.9 million. This one-story building with an area of 1,300 square feet is located right on the beach. In rare photos, you can see a patio and a glass roof running through the whole house. Interestingly enough, the estimated value of this property has almost doubled over the past few years. Sandler also bought an apartment in the Highland Beach area of Boca Raton, Florida. The condominium is estimated at about $1,250,000. Funnily enough, the parents of the successful Hollywood actor decided not to acquire any new real estate, and Judith Sandler still lives in the same house where Adam spent his childhood. Unfortunately, the actor's dad died in 2003. Despite the fact that Sandler ranks second among Hollywood stars in the number of Anti Awards and nominations for the Golden Raspberry, on March 19, 2023, he was awarded the honorary Mark Twain Award for his contribution to American humor. However, as the actor says himself, he doesn't care about the critics' recognition, because he didn't become an actor to please them, but to make people laugh and have fun with friends. By the way, Adam loves friends and colleagues so much that he is willing to give them luxurious gifts. He bought cars for many people and earned a reputation as a respected and beloved guy. It's also worth noting Sandler's charitable activities. He once gave $1 million to a children's club in his hometown and often donates money for the treatment of children. It seems that Adam Sandler has really figured out the secret of a happy and successful life. Leave a like on this video and let us know in the comments which one of Sandler's comedies makes you laugh the most.
Cool.
If you like the video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything interesting.